Hello students, nice to meet you everyone. So in a previous video, we have seen the basic part of parallel lines and transversals and the practice set number 2.1. So now today we are going to see the next part of parallel lines and transversal. So this part is properties of angles made by the parallel lines and transversals. So before going to see, you must watch previous video. So for that, the link is given below in the description. If you are not subscribed my channel, so subscribe it, share it, and don't forget to like it. So let's start today's topic. Properties of angles made by two parallel lines and a transversal. So for this, line AB and line CD, these two lines are parallel to each others, and the third line EF is called the transversal because this line EF intersect the two parallel lines at two distinct points G and H respectively. So here the property number 1 is property of corresponding angles. So here line AB and line CD are parallel lines. And line EF is their transversal. So therefore, corresponding angles are congruent. So it means what? If the two lines are parallel, line AB and line CD, these two lines are parallel and EF is their transversal. Now if the two lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are congruent. So therefore here we will get four pairs of corresponding angles. That is angle AGE, high angle AGE is congruent to angle CHG. These two angles are corresponding angles. Angle CHG. So this is the first pair. Now the second pair is AGH. This angle congruent with angle CHF. These two angles are corresponding angles and they are congruent. So angle AGH is congruent to angle CHF. Now the third pair to the other side of transversal, EGB is congruent to GHD. This is third pair. So angle EGB congruent to angle GHD. And the fourth and last pair, BGH is congruent to DHF. So angle BGH is congruent to angle DHF. So it means two lines are parallel, then the pair of corresponding angles are congruent. So this is our first property. Now the second property is property of alternate angles. So to understand the property of alternate angles, let us consider the same figure. So alternate angles, angle AGH is congruent to angle GHD HD. These two angles are alternate angles. And if the two lines are parallel, then the pair of alternate angle is congruent. So here, if two lines are parallel, then pair of alternate angles are congruent. So that is first pair of alternate angles, angle AGH is congruent to angle GHD. म्हणजे हा अँगल आणि हा अँगल हे दोन झाले अल्टरनेट अँगल्स GHD. सेकंड पेयर अँगल हे दोन आता BGH and GHC. BGH congruent angle GHC. So these are interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Now similarly we will get exterior alternate angles. So these angles observe in the figure, this one and this one. EGA angle EGA is also congruent to angle DHF. And last one is fourth pair of exterior alternate angle, that is these two angles. EGB angle EGB is congruent to angle CHF. So these are the two pairs of exterior alternate angles. Now let's see last and final property of two parallel lines, that is property of interior angles. So these are the interior angles to the same side of transversal. Now first identify which are the interior angles to the same side of transversal. So here see in the figure, line AB and CD are two parallel lines and EF is the transversal. So therefore this angle AGH and this angle GHC, these are the two interior angles to the same side of transversal. So it means these two angles are supplementary. It means the sum of these two angles is equals to 180 degree. So that we will write here. If two lines are parallel, then pair of interior angles to the same side of transversal is supplementary. Supplementary means what? Sum of two angles is 180 degree. So that therefore see in the figure, angle AGH plus angle GHC is equals to 180 degree. So angle AGH plus angle GHC is equals to 180 degree. Similarly, to the other side of transversal, angle BGH plus angle GHD is also equals to 180 degree. So angle BGH plus angle GHD is also equals to 180 degree. So these are the properties of different angles based on the two parallel lines and the transversal. On the basis of properties of two parallel lines, let's move to our practice set number 2.2. So this is totally based on the properties of two parallel lines. So let us see question number 1. Choose the correct alternative. In the adjoining figure, line M is parallel to line N and line P is the transversal. Then find X. So here 3x and x, these are the two angles and the two lines are parallel. It means these two angles are interior angles, and if the two lines are parallel, then the interior angles are supplementary. It means their sum is equals to 180 degree. So 3x plus x is equals to 180 degree. Forming this equation, find the value of variable x. So now let us see it. So now let's see the solution of first question. So here, what is given first? Line M is parallel to line N and P is the transversal. So therefore 3x plus x is equals to 180 degree by property of interior angles, by property of interior angles. So 3x plus 1x, 4x is equals to 180. So therefore x is equals to 180. Take this 4 to the right hand side, it will becomes divide. So therefore x is equals to 45 degree. So this is the value of variable x. So therefore option number C is our correct option. Now see the second sub question. In the adjoining figure, if line A is parallel to line B, these two lines are parallel, and line L is the transversal. So this line L is the transversal. Then find X. 4 options are given. Now see the solution of second question. So for this, let us consider the name of line B as MN and the name of transversal is PR, and the point of intersection give as name Q. So therefore here angle PQM, this angle, and angle RQN, these are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are always congruent. So here angle PQM and angle RQN are vertically opposite angles. So therefore angle PQM is congruent to angle RQN. But what is the value of RQN? That is 2x. So therefore angle PQM, congruent means equal, is equals to 2x. So now this angle is also equals to 2x. So now line A is parallel to line B. For this, the reason is given. Two lines are parallel and this is the transversal. So it means these two angles are interior angles, and if the two lines are parallel, then the interior angles are supplementary. So therefore 4x plus 2x is equals to 180 degree. So the reason is interior angles to the same side of transversal. So 4x plus 2x, 6x is equals to 180. So therefore x equals to 180. This 6 is multiplied with x. Take this 6 to the right hand side, it will becomes divide. So therefore x equals to 30 degree. So this is the value of x. So option number D is our correct option. Now let's move to question number 2. In the adjoining figure, line P is parallel to line Q. Line T and line S are their transversals. This angle is of measure 40 degree and the measure of this angle is 70 degree. So with the help of this, find the values of angle X and angle Y. So now let us see the solution of this question. Now in the solution, to make this question easy, the names are given to the different lines and their point of intersection. So here angle GDC and angle EDF are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. And vertically opposite angles are always congruent. So these two angles are congruent. So therefore angle GDC is congruent to angle EDF. So therefore angle GDC, congruent means what? Equal. And EDF, the measure of this angle is 70 degree. So is equals to 70 degree. So now this is equals to 70 degree. Line P is parallel to line Q. The reason is given. So therefore this angle Y, therefore Y plus 70 is equals to 180 degree. These two angles are interior angles to the same side of transversal. So here is the reason, interior angles. So now this plus 70 takes to the right hand side, it will becomes minus 70. So y equals to 180 minus 70. So therefore angle Y is equals to 110 degree. So this is the value of angle Y. Now let us see how to find the value of angle X. Now here angle X and angle BCD, this angle and this angle, these two angles are in linear pair. It means their sum is equals to 180 degree. So let us see how to write this. So therefore angle X plus angle BCD is equals to 180 degree. The reason for this, angles in linear pair. Linear pair angles, vertically opposite angles, these angles already we have seen in the last year. So therefore angle BCD is equals to 180. Take plus x to the right hand side, it will becomes minus x. So this is our equation number 1. Now see in the figure, angle BCD and angle ABG are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. And if the two lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are congruent. So here line P is parallel to line Q. So therefore angle BCD is congruent to angle ABG. So therefore what is the value of BCD? From equation 1, 180 minus x. Congruence means equals to. And what is the value of angle ABG? ABG is given as 40 degree. So now take this minus x to the right hand side. It will becomes plus x. And right hand side 40 takes to the left hand side. It will becomes minus 40. So 180 minus 40 is equals to x. So therefore angle x equals to 180 minus 40 means what? 140. So this is the value of angle x. Question number 3. In the adjoining figure, line P parallel line Q. So these two lines are parallel. Line L parallel line M. Again these two lines are also parallel. Find the measures of angle A, angle B and angle C. So angle A, angle B and angle C. The measures of these three angles we have to find out. Using the measures of given angles, justify your answers. So this is our question number 3. Now let us find the answer of this. The solution of question number 3. Here line P is parallel to line Q. Line P is parallel to line Q. Reason is given. Therefore 80 degree angle and angle A are interior angles to the same side of this transversal. It means sum of these two angles is 180 degree. So therefore angle A plus 80 degree is equals to 180 degree. The reason is interior angles. Now angle A equals to 180. Bring plus 80 to the right hand side. It will becomes minus 80. So angle A equals to 180 minus 80 is equals to 100 degree. So this is the value of angle A. Now angle A equals to 80 degree. So this 80 degree and this angle C both are एक्सटेरियर अल्टरनेट अँगल्स या दोन पॅरलल लाईनच्या बाहेर आहेत. म्हणजेच हे दोन अँगल्स कसे आहेत, AT आणि C exterior alternate angles, and if the two lines are parallel then exterior angles are also congruent. Angle C and 80 degree, these two angles are exterior alternate angles. So therefore two lines are parallel. Line P is parallel to line Q. The reason is again given. So therefore angle C is equals to 80 degree. Reason is same. Exterior alternate angle. Exterior alternate angles. So this is the value of angle C. Now again the two lines are parallel. Angle C is congruent to angle B. These two angles are corresponding angles. Angle C is congruent to angle B. Two lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are congruent. Corresponding angles are congruent. So therefore the measure of angle C is 80 degree is equals to angle B. So therefore angle B equals to 80 degree. So these are the values of angle A, angle B and angle C. In the question number 4, star mark is given. It means this is a higher order thinking question. So in the adjoining figure, line A is parallel to line B and line L is the transversal. Find the measure of angle X, angle Y and angle Z using the given information. So now let us see the solution of this question. So here in the figure, line A is parallel to line B and this line L is the transversal. Now line A is parallel to line B. It means angle X is equals to 105 degree. These two angles are congruent because these two angles are corresponding angles. So in the solution, line A is parallel to line B given. Therefore angle X is equals to 105 degree. The reason is corresponding angles. Now angle X is congruent to angle Y. These two angles are vertically opposite angles. Therefore they are congruent. So angle X congruent to angle Y. Vertically opposite angles. The measure of angle X is 105 degree. So 105 degree is equals to angle Y. Therefore angle Y equals to 105 degree. Now to find the value of angle Z. So angle Z plus 105 degree. Sum of these two angles is 180 degree because these two angles are in linear pair. So angles in linear pair. Sum of these two angles equals to 180 degree. So therefore angle Z plus 105 equals to 180 degree. So therefore angle Z equals to 180. Bring this plus 105 to the right hand side. So that is minus 105. So 180 minus 105 that is equals to 75. So this is the solution of question number 4. Now let's move to the question number 5. So the question number 5 is also a star mark question. It means this is also higher order thinking question. So in this question, in the adjoining figure, line P is parallel line L is parallel to line Q. It means all these three lines are parallel to each others. Find angle X with the help of measures given in the figure. So here the value of x we have to find out. Measure of this angle is 40 degree. Measure of this angle is 30 degree. So with the help of this information, we have to find the value of angle x. So now let us see the solution for this question. So here, to make the solution becomes easy, different names are given in a figure. So you observe these names. In solution, here line P, parallel line L, parallel line Q. These three lines are parallel to each others. First consider line P is parallel to line L. So therefore, these two lines are parallel. So BC is the transversal. So it means these two angles are congruent. And these two angles are alternate angles. So therefore, we can write angle ABC is congruent to angle BCD. Reason is alternate angles. But what is the value of angle ABC? 40 degree is equals to angle BCD as it is. This is our equation number 1. Now consider the second pair of parallel lines. Line L is parallel to line Q. Now again, these two lines are parallel and CF is the transversal. So it means these two angles are congruent. This is first and this is second. Now that is EFC is congruent to angle DCF. Reason is same, alternate angles. So what is the value of EFC? That is given as 30 degree. So 30 degree is equals to angle DCF. This is considered as equation number 2. Now this whole angle x means what? Angle BCD plus angle DCF, sum of these two angles. It means angle x. So angle x equals to, what is the value of BCD? BCD equals to 40 degree. And what is the value of angle DCF? That is equals to 30 degree. From equation 1 and 2. So 40 degree plus 30 degree. So therefore angle x equals to 70 degree. So I hope students you have understood this practice set.